Ladies and gentlemen, after a week break, that's right, you've been without us for a week. Shout out to the 20-some viewers watching us still. Big shout out to you guys. We are back for this week. That's right, Mav, Breezy, Zubert, Toast, chipping in, boys, with a special guest. We're coming in hot with the boy, Doni McCarty.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Doni, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm 31 years old, married to my awesome wife, Jamie McCarty. We had a little pet chihuahua named Zoe. 31 years old, live here in the Tri-Cities, and I'm basically the founder and president of the Dudes of Hazards Golf Club, which is founded here in Johnson City in 2021. Love what I'm doing here and love to have members like Zeb part of the club.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get the rest of the boys on board with that, man. It's super cool being a part of the club, being able to message some of those guys and just go play golf anytime. I've been fortunate enough since I joined the Dudes to play some super cool courses. Like I had never played the country club before, the Johnson City Country Club, so that was a super fun outing, my first time out there. But yeah, we do appreciate you coming on, having some fun with us. Something we've never done before. You're our first guest that we didn't go to school with. So
no way. Okay, I'm honored.
So we are gonna do a little find out some fun facts about Doni with some speed rounds. I got 10 questions.
Oh man.
Actually 9 questions, not 10. I can't count.
Way to count.
Yeah.
They're numbered.
They're numbered. They're numbered.
The bulletin list.
We're just gonna have you rattle these off for us. There is no wrong answers sometimes, so we'll see. All right, we're ready when you are.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yes or no, pineapple on pizza?
Yes.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Vanilla bean with Reese's Cups in it.
There we go. Yes or no, go Vols?
No.
Oh,
okay. We're gonna have to follow up on that one.
Audio's going out already.
Jordan or LeBron?
Who was that?
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Jack Nicklaus or Tiger?
Tiger.
Wood or plastic tees?
Wood.
A non-golfer you'd like to play around with? Can be anybody.
God, that's really tough. My uncle Matt, he's a really fun guy. He doesn't play golf. If he did, it'd probably be pretty scary to watch. But his demeanor is just like 10 out of 10. His vibes are through the roof, and he'd be a fun guy to play with. So
Love
that's
the vibes
guy.
Wedge around the green or Texas wedge?
Wedge around the green, 54, a little bit open, make it get fancy.
The last question has been a very heavy divider in our friend group. Will Ferrell or Adam Sandler?
Dang. Okay, I can see how that's a divider. I'm gonna go Adam Sandler here on this one.
No.
Yeah. It's tough.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's Step Brothers and Elf makes a great argument for Will Ferrell, but
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, no, hey, that's
no,
wrong answers when this started. So
right, it's one of those things that we've debated for years, and we always love talking about it, man.
Love it.
So yeah, before we start, do you guys have any questions for Doni? I've got a ton of stuff to talk to Doni about, but let's just roll. Matt, have you got anything?
Yeah, actually, for me, I've always curious, what was it that really brought the Dudes of Hazards together? What really started it all?
Yeah. I picked up golf clubs and probably fall of 2019, right before COVID hit. Before that, I probably logged 4 rounds in 10 years. So we're not counting that as the start of golfing. And I just immediately overnight loved shooting 125 and having no idea if I was even going to hit my drive and play. It was so much fun at that point that I was like, all right, I want to keep doing this. And so I got 5 of my buddies together with me, and it was 6 of us. We did a little trial year where we came up with some fake standings and just kind of finagled it. And then the next year it grew to 12, and then the 40, and then the 60, and then now we're into upper 70s and probably trending toward 100 this year. And it's just kind of taken off from there. And the whole core component was great people want to play with great people, not with great golfers. And so, like, if you build a community of great people, like, it will happen and it'll grow organically. Like, our goal is not to be like the Corn Ferry Tour Part 2. That's ridiculous. And honestly, that doesn't sound very fun to me either. It sounds pretty stressful, especially as a pretty lackluster golfer. But yeah, that's what kind of started it.
Sweet.
Toast?
Nothing really off the rip. Just like I guess I do. How do you get like onto some of these like courses? You know, like the country club, maybe. I know I've heard Zeb talk about like trips to Tobacco Road. Like, what's the logistics side of this, dudes?
Yeah, the logistics side is fun. So, like, for Johnson City, I was a member out there for a couple of years, so that was pretty easy to get people in and out. But the out of town stuff does take a lot of logistics. I mean, think of how many golf courses there are, and then from there, I got to look for ones that are going to fall in the price range to where we want to retail it at, that are in a drivable distance, that are an engaging course, and not just somewhere you can play in your backyard. We need to have lodging on property. We want dining options for our members. We love extracurricular stuff like a short course or a putting green that is lit up at night. So all of those factors go into where we are playing. And, we love playing nice courses, but we also have found that like some of our best trips we've done have actually been to some of these courses that's taken me weeks to months to find. And the deep dives of looking on Google Maps and pulling up a city and trying to dive out where courses are to find them. Because, like, you would think every course would be listed online in a database. Somehow no one's thought of doing that yet. There's some pretty good lists, but there's always courses that are phenomenal that are left off. And, I mean, you can look at Golf Digest and see their top 25 in the state. I'm going to be honest, I've only agreed with 5 of their top 25 in the state on most I've played in. A lot of these courses just they're not paying over the big bucks for advertising to get in good with the big name publications, but doesn't mean there's not great courses.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I know my number one course in the state is McCabe in Nashville, and nobody will ever tell you about McCabe. Nobody will
tell me about it then. What do you love about it?
I just like that it's a muni. It's out in the middle of a park. There's 3 9-hole courses. Ryan Baird actually took us there.
All right, yeah.
And it's just out in the middle of the town. There's a walking track that goes around the whole thing. Mm-hmm. There's just people out the whole time. It's just like you might have somebody, putting up a 70, 72. You might have somebody putting up a 125.
Okay.
Like it's not private at all. They got a really nice clubhouse.
Sounds like some of our club members, to be honest, right there.
A little history about that course, though. It's kind of like wide open and not a lot of trees because it used to be an airfield.
Okay.
So it was. I actually read that on a plaque whenever we were in that super cool clubhouse. But it was awesome, man. It was
on the thing.
If you lose a golf ball there, it's because you didn't go look for it. Like there's no way to lose a golf ball. It's just everything's super well made. It's part of like the Nashville public golf course thing, like the city maintains all.
It's like a Parks and Rec thing.
That's a great.
The only place you can.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna just piggyback off Zeb there. The only place you can really lose a golf ball is this little wooded area, and they've got it like fenced up, like fenced this way and down. So even if your ball hits on top, it's like it's gonna come back into play.
Yeah.
Adam, you got anything?
I don't think I really have anything other than I just kind of want to ask what your typical handicap is. What do you?
Yeah, that question was coming at some point today. Yeah. So I was ready for it. All right. Let me ask you. I'm going to see what you say. I'm the president of a golf club. What do you think my handicap should be? What should it be?
I'm going to say, well, I don't know many scratch golfers, so I'm going to say you shoot typically in the 80s, I think is a pretty solid.
Okay, fair observation. Yeah, I said usually a 12 to a 15, sometimes hover around there. I've got it down to a 10. Never got single digit yet. But yeah, I mean, hey, 2024 is the year, right? I mean, so it's got to be at some point. So
I've been around for some of Donnie's really good rounds.
That's somebody that's
you've also seen some sad ones.
Yeah, that's true.
More than 2 times as well. So it all averages out in the end.
Sure. As somebody that's like on the outskirts of like wanting to join something like this or that kind of thing,
Yeah.
Is there a pretty wide range of, it's not necessarily like a bunch of like actual golfers, but do you have your 125s, or you're kind of, there's a place for everybody, basically, is what I'm asking.
There absolutely is. Yeah. I mean, we got some guys in I'd say like our best golfers probably. We got a couple assistant pros that play off of scratch, and a teaching professional, Jeremy. We got a couple low single digits, but I would say, like, if you said where's your the bulk of your members at, I would say they fall between a 12 and a 21 handicap. Got plenty of people in the upper 20s, lower 30s. Got tons of high single digits, like around that 8 to 9. But what's really nice is, again, like Zeb. Like Zeb fits that typical like high-end single handicap. He can play pretty good, probably not going to blow up, but can throw in some respectable rounds. We have so many guys, man. I swear, a 77 to a 97, roll the dice, baby. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, that's me most days. Like, driver's on, it's nice. And when it's off, it's like, okay, can we just play a par 3 course? Like, this is brutal, guys. So I get that. But, the whole emphasis, kind of like I mentioned earlier, is like the quality of person you are. And like we have found that some of our most accommodating and welcoming golfers are 3 to 5 handicaps that just like, they just love playing, and they actually love seeing the guys that are trying to break 100 for the first time, grinding and getting that 102 and being like, hey, dude, like, you're this close, man. And so that's been tremendously fun for me to see amongst the club members.
Cool.
There's a whole lot of guys out there that love the game, and that's what I think I like about it. That's kind of why I joined the dudes. I played it's a funny story. I met Doni at the bank. So like I work at the bank, and he came in to deposit some of the stuff one day, and I was like, is this the golf group dudes? I follow you guys on Instagram. And then Doni and I talked for a couple of days, and then he invited me out to the country club to play around with the guys, and I got paired up with I think it was Justin. I got paired up with
maybe
we played out
there. Zach Hill, I know, played in that group with us.
And, is it Fawn? Justin Fawn? Is that his name?
Yeah, that might have been who it was. Was that the talking about the Iron Man one, or
yeah. The Greenskeepers Revenge.
Yeah,
we played out
dude,
there.
that tournament was messed up.
Those are fun. If you guys have never played one, you need to play one. But
we kind of do one of our own in January or February each year, and it's just like it's an adult playground for golfers. Essentially, it's kind of what I guess my best way of putting it. It's like
there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember getting in that group and thinking that I was gonna be not enjoying myself because that was my first round of the year. These guys. I was coming from a competitive golf background, and a lot of these guys are casual golfers, and they've learned to love the casual side of the game. So I didn't know if I was going to fit in. And from the very first hole that we played, those guys just welcomed me in. They made me feel like I was a part of the group, and and it felt genuine. And I know that it was now that I played with a lot of those guys. Now, I mean, I've met a lot of my now lifelong friends, the Bauer brothers. I met them through the dudes. Wes Moore, I met him through there. So just great people. And it's all thanks to you, Doni. I mean, you started something that has been really inspirational in this area for golfers, and I'm really excited to see the growth over the next few years.
I appreciate that, Zeb. I mean, that means a lot. It's as y'all know, this running the business is not easy, so it definitely takes a lot of people supporting you. And so, like, I think that's what has made the dudes successful, is like my support team underneath me. It's just incredible. Like, they've really gone the extra mile to do the stuff that doesn't get noticed behind the scenes that kind of makes this club what it is. So to all of y'all, really appreciative of that.
We went out and had a drink a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about kind of doing some collab stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to the guys a lot about this yet, just because it hasn't really gotten off the ground yet. But you said that you were going to do some stuff for Masters Week coming up. Is that true?
We're trying to figure out some stuff. We got one of our club members, Hugh Romine, actually has a company that he created. It's like State Line & Co. It's a hat apparel company, and they're actually bringing us down a couple of their Masters themes hat they made, and we're doing them as raffle giveaways at the event. So we're doing that. always, I know that the Masters is coming up soon, but if you got a fun idea, you can pitch and make it happen. I mean, hey, I'm always down to throw something together. So you let me know what you're looking at.
Yeah. The other thing is, tell us about some of the upcoming events you've got coming on the dudes, as far as stuff that maybe non-members can participate in, or some stuff like that. I know I'm playing in the Dudes of Hazards Masters. That's my first tournament I'm going to be playing in, and I'm super excited for it.
You're going to have a blast in that one, man. We got a good Friday dinner put together, held together by the previous year's Masters champ. So that's kind of a, we're creating some traditions of our own. We got a white robe instead of a green jacket. It's a very nice plus white robe. It looks ridiculous, but it'll keep you nice and warm and when you get out of the shower. So, we'll say that, but we're incorporating
Save the neck for me, Clark.
What was that?
Save the neck for me, Clark.
Oh, you got it, baby. It's but no, the Masters is going to be fun. That is a members only event, but our next one is actually the Stableford Shootout. It's the first weekend in May up at the Country Club of Bristol, which if you've played there, it's a great course. The Zoysia fairways are starting to become beautiful that time of year. It's a very scoreable and gettable course. And what makes the Stableford format fun is it's a max of double bogey, right? So if you're out there just chunk, boom, thin, slice, man, no worries. Just pick up, smile, go have another beer on the cart, laugh at your buddy who sucks too. It doesn't really matter. Come out the next hole, make a birdie, boom, you're right back in the game. So it's a modified Stableford, which basically it encourages you to risk it and go for it all the time and doesn't punish you for messing up, which who doesn't love golf in that type of strategy? I mean, it's driver all day, every day, going for every par 5 and 2, even if it's out of your mind. But hey, it's a good time. And so on top of that, you get 2 days at Bristol. And the staff at Bristol is exceptionally welcoming and kind, and up for a great golf course too. But that's our first one coming up for non-members. It's for members and guests, anyone interested in the dudes. Basically, we're going to put on an exceptional atmosphere. We want people to come out and experience the vibes of the club and see why they should actually take the plunge and be a club member and be a part of something that's going to be really special over the coming, next couple decades. This is something we have in for the long haul, not a short little 3 to 5 year little blip. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah. I've got a question for you real quick. And I think all of us know it, but for the people that are watching, could we, kind of put up Dudes of Hazards website or kind of explain how we could sign up for that kind of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking that. We have a Dudes of Hazards Instagram. It's pretty simple. It's at Dudes of Hazards. So pretty straightforward on that one. Our website, also straightforward, dudesofhazards.com. So we decided to make these pretty easy. We're on TikTok at Dudes of Hazards, and our YouTube channel is also Dudes of Hazards. So really simple, no crazy numbers or letters getting in there. Our YouTube channel, we got some really nice videos on. I know this is a little different than what you asked, but we're really trying to grow our YouTube. We've been making some cool videos of trips and places we've went and taken that people can get a vibe for the club. But their website is the easiest way, or following us through Instagram to a link to our website. You'll see on there our pricing plans. Starts at $79, and that gives you a 1 year entry to the Dudes of Hazards from the date of purchase to the following calendar year. And that gives you access to come out and play in every event. You get some member savings on some of our really nice polos and merchandise. And then we have a premium member package at $159 to where you get one of our nice Holderness and Bourne signature polos as part of the membership package. So really a lot of that's less than the cost of 2 rounds of golf in the area. And what you're going to find out is that the experiences you make and the memories and the friends that you create and the golf network you build, it's going to be worth it. Yeah, I see Zeb over there repping it. Is that the navy blue?
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, no, the logo is subtle. It's not big and bulky on the chest. It's classy. You can wear it anywhere. I think that's what I've really liked about it. You guys have seen the logo with the dudes written underneath it. That looks nice for shirts, but it's a little bulky for a polo. So we decided to go with just the top, and it's worked out well for us.
Nice.
Toast, anything else?
No, you've done a really good job of just laying the whole thing out here.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to know absolutely anything about the dudes, just check out the first 19 minutes and 51 seconds of this pod.
Yeah. I mean, it's something I'm super passionate about. I mean, this is there's been so many pinch me moments of doing this, and I'm excited for you guys to hit those moments along the way, whether that's launching your guys' first podcast episode, right? Or your first $1,000 in sales, your first clothing line you sell out of, right? Any of those moments, you guys are going to remember them, and they're a lot of fun. So I just, kind of one last thing I would have for y'all is just like, try to remember these small moments. It's easy to get bogged down, right? Like that just happens. So try to remember the wins. And that's just a little advice I would give from a business owner to another.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
sure.
from when I remember when Zeb joined the dudes, and I was already familiar with the logo. And then I used to work at Elizabethton Golf Course back in college. I was a cart boy. And, I was familiar with, the name. And then when I went and dove into the website, looked at the merch, and I'm like, these dudes are doing it. These guys are doing it. Like the merch is sick. Like all your stuff, high quality, even like, the amount of events you guys put on, super high quality. And it's like, yeah, definitely. It's one of those things where, all of us that, not Zeb, but like the other three of us, it's definitely like very interesting in terms of, because that was my thing. I was like, I don't know if I want to join because I'm not the greatest golfer in the world.
Yeah.
But, now talking to you, hearing everything, it's definitely appealing, especially like if you love the game of golf and you want to be a part of, a group that also loves the game of golf and just wants to play golf, then
I think that's what it is. And if I can kind of just say like one last thing about the club that really is important to me is that like, when you see that our event schedule, right, it's like, oh, do I have to make those? We have a club standings, right? That's for people that like that competitive aspect. There's a lot of people that are like, yeah, I'm never going to finish in the top 20 of the club standings, right? And they don't care about that. And it's like, come out to the events you want to play in. We want to see you there. We love to see you there. And if you can't make it, we'll catch you next weekend, right? And the way that we've built this network of being able to like just text someone else in the club in the Tri-Cities, be like, hey, you trying to catch a round Sunday morning? That's kind of the extra stuff that our club that maybe doesn't translate on paper quite as well as it does like intangibly in between the members and stuff. So that's one of those things. If you're on that fence of like, I'm not a good golfer, I'm a little nervous, like, dude, you can play around with me and you're gonna feel a lot better about yourself and the way you handle the game. So just you're gonna be fine. Or my buddy Max Kelly. I don't know if he's gonna listen to this. Any chance I can dunk on Max Kelly? He's the league punching bag. We just boom, boom, boom him all day. There's got to be someone for that role, right? So I guess who the punching bag out of the four of you? Who catches the brunt of the jokes out of you four?
Where's Adam that way?
Me? You're wild.
I mean,
I don't know. It
pretty
kind of
even
depends
between all of us.
Yeah.
Like there was, I think about 2 weeks ago, Adam was kind of drifting them all my way. I kind of
definitely rotates. That's for sure.
There for a little bit. Yeah.
We kind of touched on something earlier whenever we were talking about the Masters that I think we want to dig into a little deeper. The Masters dinner. If you keep up with professional golf at all, you know that John Rahm released his dinner schedule. What am I saying? Dinner menu. That's the word.
I didn't know they were at the old folks' home.
Yeah.
6 to 6:30.
Eating at noon. But yeah. I think Mav's going to throw that up on the screen post-op now. And we are going to do the same thing of our own. As Donnie corrected me earlier, when one of us wins the Masters, not if, when. What are we going to serve? Donnie, you're the guest. So have at it.
Okay.
When you win the Masters, what are you going to serve the next year?
When I win it, big Italian and Mexican food fan. So when you asked me this, those were my two options, and I decided to go with Italian. So I'm going to go with like a baked goat cheese dip with some fancy Italian breads, the full-on pasta or like antipasta salad bar. We're then going to come out with some stuffed manicotti shells, and then also have a outrageous lasagna to choose from. And then we're definitely going to finish this off with an unnecessarily overloaded peanut butter cheesecake, which I don't really know if that's Italian or not, but that's just what I want. So we're gonna roll with that one, and plenty of red wine for.
It's all about you.
For the night. So that's what I'm rolling with.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'll be there.
Yeah,
I love Italian.
Yeah. We're gonna hammer that
you know
lasagna.
lasagna typically has red meat in it, though, right?
Yeah, I'll scoot it to the side.
Oh, is he not a big red meat fan over there?
Not a red meat guy, but
Yeah, they don't put chicken. They don't put chicken in lasagna these days.
Hey, they could. They could.
You can do whatever you want to. Maybe it's the Masters.
Maybe that's my master's dinner.
A little tendy lasagna. You can't beat it.
Yeah,
With barbecue sauce instead of red sauce.
Yeah.
There you go.
Southern lasagna.
Southern lasagna. That's it. Sweet baby Ray's. That's just
if Ridgewood was to make lasagna, it would.
Dad might start barking if he hears you.
Mav, how about it, buddy?
I'd say definitely going. I'm a big steak guy. I love a good steak. So, I'm pretty basic, right? I'm going to go with the steak. Definitely, I'm a sirloin guy. I don't like too much fat in my meat. So, the biggest sirloin you could find on the market, put it right in front of you.
Pause.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And then pair it with obviously baked potato, sweet potato, right? If you're having steak, you got to have a potato. But also throw in my favorite Filipino dish, which is lumpia. And for those who don't know, lumpia is pretty much just a Filipino egg roll with pork, cabbage, like all that good stuff.
Mhm.
Adam's had it. I think, Zeb, you weren't at my graduation party, were you? Fake friend.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, no, he didn't want support.
Yeah,
but
right. I actually hate my friends. You heard it here first. I'm just doing this because they're paying me.
Are we?
You may have to now.
You guys are getting paid.
But definitely side dish of lumpia, and for dessert, I'm definitely going with the fanciest tart. So like kiwis. Shut up, Toast. This is my dinner. When he says Toast, what about you? You can say whatever you want.
It's just
So
I
want tarts at my dessert, and then pair it with a nice Diet Coke with a lime. That's my master's dinner.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Just as Mav said, Toast, what about you?
All right, so starting off with the apps, I'm gonna have two options here. Gonna have baked flour tortillas and queso. Big baked flour tortilla chip guy. Then there's just gonna be just bowls of salad. You can think Olive Garden. You just get a bowl, get how much ever salad out you want. For the main course, you're gonna have a choice of filet or brisket. I too am a big steak guy, but I tend to lean towards filet, and I just like brisket. Then sides, we're just like Mav said, we're going to get some potatoes in there, but they're going to be au gratin potatoes, the best form of potato. Going to have some steamed broccoli and cornbread for the table.
Ooh.
Table cornbread.
Yeah. That's,
And the table's going to be made of cornbread. Then for dessert, you're going to have a choice of.
Hold on, honey. I got to eat the table.
we just cut off the corner of the table here. No, then for dessert, you're going to have a choice of apple pie or tiramisu.
Ooh, I love a good tiramisu.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Tough to beat. Then drinks, water. It's the Masters. There's going to be a Coke fountain somewhere there.
It's just the fountain Coke.
No,
the tube.
we're gonna have a Coke
through the kitchen.
Coke freestyle.
Coke freestyle, yeah.
Every 2 seconds, someone getting a refill.
Yeah, you can have your strawberry root beer in there if you want it. It's wild. Adam,
Who's drinking that?
I don't know. It's just an option on those Coke Freestyle machines, man. You just end up with the craziest combos.
That sounds.
They just line up all the syrups and just put it with any drink.
All right, so
You get what you get.
my dinner is going to be pretty standard. First off, we're having a little appetizer called the Bloomin' Onion or the Cactus
knew it.
Blossom,
Oh yeah.
I knew it.
straight out of the Texas Roadhouse kitchen. And on the side of that, I think I'm going to go with Lisa Bratton's Rotel because that is super good. It's a classic Super Bowl food. And then we're going to move to the main course, which I think is pretty standard. I'm a big steak guy again, specifically ribeyes, cooked medium. If you like it well or rare, too bad. It's the Masters.
You don't get a choice how it's cooked.
You don't. It's up to me. So if you don't,
I didn't realize
if
it
you
was
don't-
that detailed.
yeah, if you don't like steak, we will be having pork chops as well. Barbecue glazed with a little bit of soy sauce and that, marination process. So I couldn't think of the word. And the sides, I believe we're going to go with asparagus, which is one of my favorites, and also fried squash. It is top 2 for me, and it's not the second one. For dessert, I think the boys know what I would choose. And
Disgusting.
what do you think it's going to be?
Carrot cake.
It's going to be carrot cake.
It's
I don't eat much
disgusting.
cake, but it's going to be a carrot cake. I'm eating it day
Surprised
in,
your
day
main
out.
course wasn't spaghetti with a
Carrot
slice of cheese on top.
With a slice of cheese on it.
All right,
Y'all are
listen,
hating.
y'all rag on that. It's not.
Yeah,
It's cheese. It's not
Mav
bad.
knows.
I'm not a
Mav's on
spaghetti
my
guy.
side. Let's hear Donnie's opinion on that. So, my family, when we eat spaghetti, I put a slice of American cheese on my spaghetti.
Oh, look at that face.
You don't have to act like it's normal because it's not.
It's not.
And the reason why
Congratulations,
I'm sorry,
your
I think
dude's
it's an
members.
outlier situation there.
we
Congrats,
were
Adam.
laughing earlier about the barbecue sauce and the lasagna, but that is my dad's thing. Is he puts barbecue sauce on his spaghetti? So spaghetti night goes crazy here.
That sounds like spaghetti night is wild.
The Browns have no Italian blood.
Back to my master's dinner. The drink choices will be pretty much any IPA or Happy Dads.
Orange Gatorade.
What? Yeah,
A
or
staple
orange
in the Bratton
Gatorade.
house.
And water, of course. Complimentary of the house.
Water's
Yes.
in the house. I have put together
Gosh.
a master's dinner that is completely prepared by my lovely mother, Amy Moore. With the exception of
That
the
poor
appetizer.
woman's in the kitchen just slaving
Yeah,
away.
just she's gonna have the time of her life. A little warm up here. We're gonna have this is the only thing that's not made by Amy. I actually separated it on my phone. I want the Chick-fil-A market salads as the appetizer. I'm a big fruit and salad guy. Love those things, man.
Since when?
I just don't think that's true.
It is. You guys
Seb,
just
I've known
only
you
see
for
me when
like
I'm
8 years, bro.
go ask
like
anybody in my
a-
family. I love salads. I love salads. I do.
Yeah, with
But
no
they have-
dressing.
They have to be spinach based and not lettuce based, though. So that's kind of.
Dude, that's a made up, bro.
It's not made up. I will
I
show
was
you my
waiting on the-
Chick-fil-A app.
We have been
I was
friends
waiting
for
on
Potato
the-
years.
skins
The frozen potato skins. Yes, I
from
was waiting on
TGI
that one.
Fridays and
Yeah, I
appetizer.
knew that
that's
was
another
coming.
one. So for my main course, Amy will be making us a chicken casserole. One of my favorite dishes she's ever made, and continues to make it all the time. With homemade mashed potatoes and green beans, with a side of Sister Schubert's yeast rolls. Gotta have the Sister Shewards.
Left that yeast.
For dessert, it will be my favorite dessert of all time, and that is banana pudding. And that is not up for debate. It will have the wafers. It will have the bananas. I'm personally excited for when I win my first Masters. I don't think the menu will change for the second one or the third one. Tiger, I'm coming for you. Whenever I inevitably conquer Pine Oaks, I will be on my way to Augusta.
Yeah, we're still in the works, and like honestly, we'll let you know what we find out. Probably gonna be a year or two down the road, but I think we're eventually gonna be able to get our Masters champ into the Masters. It's kind of like an auto bid, so we're just trying to finalize the details on that. And we should be good to go here soon.
Yeah, that's a sponsor exemption.
You keep on hanging in there, bud.
Now that you've said that, I need to go practice.
Well, that's why you need to go practice, right?
Yeah. I don't care about anything else except qualifying for the Masters. I
just hope to God it doesn't rain because Zeb's just.
Oh God, you put my wedges in the rain.
On
a Drada, it's only my wedges because I play super heavy wedges and they dig into the turf whenever it's super soft. Yeah. So I mean, if it's dry,
they're laying water lines.
Yeah, if it's dry conditions, good luck. But if it's wet conditions, you can smoke me any day of the week. That's just how it's going to be.
All right, well, we'll have to go out and play a dry round and a wet round together and see what the spread is between the two rounds. Because wet weather is my gay game. Dry round is, just Russian roulette. No idea day to day. Like, what's in the chamber? Who knows?
Yeah.
So,
do we have any closing thoughts for Donnie? No, nobody. Donnie, we appreciate you.
Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, man. No, I had a great time chatting with y'all. Thanks for taking the time and having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
Appreciate
you, man.
Sure.
And then all of the Dudes of Hazard socials will be in the link, and then we'll also I'll try to get a little snippet together of this because I have a couple days off, so I'll be able to edit and all that good stuff on my own time. So we'll try to get a snippet of this, put it on the Instagram. So
great. Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all and enjoy the rest of the show.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, man.
See you.
So we talked about the Masters, right? The Dudes Masters. We actually played our first full 18-hole outing at where the Dudes Masters is going to be held. So, quick recap. Also, little addition to it, little spicy addition. This is a video we took in the middle of the round. We tried to get more videos, but here's this little snippet.
Are we playing this now?
Halfway through first round of the season. What are you going to finish with?
Shot a 42 on the front. We're going to finish with 85.
What did you finish with first?
45.
Where are you going to end?
Probably 92.
At a 52. Probably going to shoot a 99.
Had a 46. I'm going to go for 89.
You heard it here first, folks. Get you some barbecue lays.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Here we go. Okay.
And then back here. So I want to know what is one highlight from that round, from our first outing of the season. What is the one?
I'll go first.
Can he finish the topic first?
Go for it.
No.
We already said what was our one highlight, and I'll give you my highlight. It was Toast coming in on two wheels to that parking lot.
Yep.
No carts available. He's texting us asking if we could get a third cart. Not happening. And then we get done with the first hole, and this guy has his bag in his lap. And the pairing behind us is
Shout out to those guys. Yeah, I don't even get to play the first hole. So I
Well, that's what you
technically
get
only
for
played
showing up 10
17
minutes
holes.
late to a tee time.
On a
You
busy
guys-
day.
You guys started 20 minutes late.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had to wait for carts, but still, the
Yeah.
fact that we started 20 minutes late and you were still 10 minutes late.
It is what it is, baby.
I think I'm gonna say my
Still
favorite
played in
highlight.
4 hours.
That is true.
We did.
My favorite highlight was I was going to chip onto the green and I sculled the ball and it went towards it went right straight towards Adam and Toast. And it already passed him. I watched Adam look at it and he just watched it go. And all Toast heard was the ball whizzing by.
I didn't
And
even hear it. I just saw Adam react.
My eyes were like,
And I kid you not, I'm sitting here. Of course, I'm in dismay because I just scolded it, and I'm like, "Oh, here we go." But then I look over at Toast, and he looks at Adam, pauses for a second, and then just drops.
That's the no health
Toast?
insurance shuffle.
yeah.
It's the please don't hit me slide.
Yeah. If I catch a 3-layer ball to the shin, it's probably coming through. I'm just gonna have to wear it. Just gonna have to wear it and shake it off.
I would say my favorite moment of the round. I was putting together a pretty good round through 6 holes, and by favorite I mean least favorite, but it's the only memory I have from the round. I was putting together a pretty good round through 6 holes. I was 1 over through 6, and then proceeded to quad bogey the 7th hole, which is just sick. So that was disgusting. And then after that, came back, bounced back with a par, and then a birdie. So that was a nice way to finish the front. But yeah, nothing like putting together the round of your life and then quad bogeying.
That was also the same hole you were walking towards your ball. And that goose was sitting right there.
Goose started hissing at me. I
They're
thought that was a
really
joke. Those
territorial.
things actually hiss.
He looked
They're
at us and was like, "Guys, it's hissing at me."
Dude, it was.
We were like, "Duh, we're right here. We can hear it."
Yeah.
Well, I can't hear as well as you guys can, so kick rocks.
I think my favorite part, there was a lot of bad on my part. Just knocking off the cobwebs. But probably be figuring out some of the driver stuff, and Adam's just cranking a thumbs down right now. He turned his mic off for it.
Yeah, I did.
He's on radio
noticed.
silent.
Funny. I was expecting a can crack, and then I see the Tums bottle.
He's throwing them back.
I muted it so I wouldn't bother.
I
anybody.
know. It was
It's
just
like me
funny.
trying to get my cookie dough bites out the other night during Dune,
Extra strength.
sprinkling the bag.
That
But
was
no,
a great movie.
Great movie. Long Friday for Dune for me. But I think my favorite part was probably straightening up some of the drives, some of the 3-wood action, getting some good length out there, getting some balls in play. You can't copy that. You can't. I just said you couldn't. But yeah, then got warmed up, and by the time I was feeling good, we were on the 17th hole. So I decided to cap the round off by taking the tiger line across the pond on 18. I looked Adam dead in the eyes and I said, "The 3's in play." And then for my third shot, I chunked a wedge about 7 feet.
There was a hole, me and Zeb. It was the uphill hole on the back 9. Me and Zeb both hit great drives. Go up to our ball to chip it on.
On and
Both
four.
of us chunk it.
Yeah, dude, there were so the hole before that one where you go downhill, I just absolutely pimped a drive, get down there, second shot on the fringe in the back, putting 3, left it 6-7 feet short, missed the putt. A nice on and 2 with a 3 putt there to really make you feel good later on.
That was also the whole. I think Adam was trying to chip on, and he was like, "Dude, my wedges aren't working today."
No, yeah, that was hole 10. I threw my club, and then I picked up the golf ball and threw it in the woods.
I think my least favorite part of the day was when we went to let those guys play through for the second time, and they just they teed off with us. They're drivers on their par 3s, which play your game, baby. But they wouldn't go, so we had to just keep going. And then there was like 2 carts stacked up behind them. We could see the other guys coming up on 10. Like, it was just like the pressure was there. And then
it was not good.
But pressure makes diamonds, so
they just decided to stop playing, I guess.
They decided, hey, we're turning into a 6-some.
Yeah. And then we just kept going, and they would keep catching us.
I was like, hit the ball. He said, my wedge is over there.
Go get it.
Please hurry. This course gets harder after this hole.
We're just gonna go ahead and move on to the PGA stuff. Mr. Matt, we took a week off last week, but the week before that, when Scotty Scheffler went back to back, we had somebody take Scotty Scheffler, which was Mav. And that pick got Mav back in the game. He had a couple rough weeks and points. Threw up a solid 16 points last week, and he is back. We're going to flash up the current standings now.
And we actually have them this week.
Yeah, I was off work today, so I actually got stuff done. Yeah. Look at me. Slept until 10 o'clock. Feel like a human today. But yeah, so this week, the Houston Open. Next week, the Valero Open, brother.
Thank you, brother.
So yeah, let's roll with. I think the picks are. Does anybody have it pulled up? Who's picking first?
I'm looking right now. First pick is Zeb, then Mav, then me, then Adam.
Give me Scotty Scheffler.
I knew that was coming.
Okay.
All right, then me. Give me. Don't be mad at me. Give me a second. So sorry.
No,
man.
I'm having to check the. I was going to take somebody, but he's not in the field this week.
I know, same.
On the clock.
Oh, shut up.
And it is ticking.
Give me. Shut up, Billy Horschel.
You took that long to take Billy Horschel?
Dude, I freaked out. Y'all are stressing me out. I'm gonna punch y'all.
A guy that's 5,500 to 1 odds.
This would be the one he wins.
All right.
This would be the one.
My pick. Feel really strongly about Tony Finau. He was the winner last year, but he missed the cut last week, so I'm going to take Akshay Bhatia this week.
That's a good pick. If you like not getting any points.
It's going to happen one of these days, man. Bhatia? I don't know how to say his last name.
I'm taking Wyndham and Sahith.
Two very good picks.
Toast?
As it's written.
Give me.
Oh,
man. Cam Young's not in here this week.
Madib.
He's not going to do well, but I just have a feeling every single week, Will Zalatoris.
Ooh. Give me Tony Finau.
I just carry so much of his weight on my shoulders.
I think I'm. This is tough. Got the big names off the board. Give me Siwoo Kim and Give me the visor. Bo Hosler. Give me Bo Hosler.
God, Bo Hosler, what a guy.
Who else?
Give me Jason Day again.
Stock.
Just we'll make sure
Um,
not to skip you this week.
yeah, thank you. You know, I don't
You know who
I don't
would
know.
be skipped? Lisa Nagai.
That's why I got you.
Oh my god. So I was going to take Finau after dunking on him there for a second. Let me take never before picked on this pod. Give me Patrick Harrington.
That is true. He has never been picked before.
I'm also going to do something a little different, and I'm going with the people's choice, Joel Damon.
Joel Damon, after a great showing a couple weeks back,
Mhm.
held the lead for a couple holes.
Yep. God, I
And then
hope
did
he
the
does
classic
well.
Joel Damon.
I hope he does well.
Together.
Well,
That wraps it up.
First pod back after a little hiatus, a week hiatus, nice little break. Shout out to Robert. If you have made it this far, yes, we took a week off. Okay, chill out. We're back.
Thank you, brother.
I
Thank
do owe
you for the
Robert
support.
a T-shirt for featuring his dog in the last podcast. He said instead of royalties, he'll just take a T-shirt. So,
Well, since that wraps it up, be sure to follow the Instagram. I didn't do it at the beginning because Donnie is a busy man and didn't want to take too much of his time, but follow the Instagram at _10thepin_. We have reached our follow goal, the first one of 100. Have we set a second one?
10,000.
110.
I think we're past
We're
100.
already. I think we're in the 120s now. Yeah. Let's shoot for 150. What's get there?
250.
250. Ooh. Okay. I'm down.
Okay. Why don't we just do double it, 300?
Why not 10,000?
Well, make sure to follow us at _10thepin_. We are excited. We finally got our pictures back, and we're going to be putting out some good stuff. We're still waiting on some things, but shout out to Naz. Did a great job with our pictures. We're excited to see the rest of it. And it has been me, Mav, Breezy, Zubert, Toast, catching you live this week. Signing off.
Check out Donnie McCarty and the Dudes of Hazards.
Yeah.
See you. No, I pushed the wrong button.
Cut. Turn it off.
Tuesday.